Hello everybody, I'm Robert Tusardi, the creator of Blockchain Kingdoms. We turn video gaming into passive income and paid work. In this video, I'm going to talk about the Prospectors land sale. So I'm going to go over that and what I think the value proposition is. Alright, so I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Do your own research and make your own decisions. Right, so here we have the Prospectors Medium page, and they announced that they were going to be doing a land sale. They had 2,900 plots available for sale today. I tried to get in on this drop. It sold out just like it was one of the fastest selling drops I've ever seen. Two people in our Discord were actually able to get 2 plots of land. And we'll look at what those prices look like just after we take a look at this text. So there were 2,900 plots put on sale today at June 16th. So here is a little map of what it looks like. What they just sold is this, what's in the yellow here, that is the 2,900 plots sold for Wax on an open sale. There's going to be 79 promo slots, and then there's going to be 6,900 plots for sale only using their PGL token, and then there's going to be 404 free plots. I don't know how it's going to work yet. So the next land sale they're going to have, you're going to need the PGL token. So to get the PGL token, you can go to wax.alcor.exchange, and here you can search for the markets for the PGL token. This is the Prospectors token. And you can see here on the price chart, once they announced that PGL would be needed for the land sale, the price of PGL has gone up and up. So I don't know what this will look like closer to the land sale. I think the next big land sale might not be coming for a couple of weeks or possibly months. I heard that this next phase of the game probably won't be open until October. So if you want to buy some of this land for prospectors, then you probably want to buy some PGL. When you buy it is totally up to you. I think the price might go down, but I couldn't guarantee that. I'm not even going to get involved in this particular land sale because I already saw that trying to get in on this particular land sale just didn't happen for me. And I'm not a fan of developers withholding purchases for their digital assets. Why? Because you see a lot of pump and dumps, and I just don't think it's healthy. I know it's part of the market, but I just don't like to see this in a market where it's like, oh, you can only buy our land using only our token, and then you watch the price spike, and then a bunch of people will win on that particular bet, and then a bunch of other people will lose, and the more volatile it is, the higher the profit and loss. So that's just why I don't like it personally. So if we look at the land packs that sold today, they were sold for about $150 each. So they were sold about 1,000 wax each, and I can see that this pack here is almost double. And will this go up or down? I don't know. I think it will probably go up from here and then go down again after the next land sale. Is $150 worth it for one of these lands? I think it might be. I think it really might be. Like, I'll sit on it. I mean, I think right now, if I wasn't so occupied with everything else right now, I might consider buying this, but we'll see. So the Prospectors game, I tried giving this a shot. I really didn't like it. They were kind of telling me to put these equipments on these guys and send them to places to mine and clear these forests. And I actually quit partway through the tutorial. I came back and the tutorial completely reset. And I was just like, no, thank you. This doesn't interest me. It's really difficult for me to estimate a profit, and just from my personal experience, I know that when you have these little clicking games that do this stuff, especially these free to play to earn games, is that it's really usually better for people who might be in, say, a lower GDP country, like a smaller part of Africa or India, or any country that essentially doesn't benefit from being in the first world, like in the United States. So I'm one of the biggest consumers in the world. My dollar goes a lot further than some other countries in the world. And so you might be thinking, well, it's really weird of you to say, Robert, but it's true. And the reason I say these things is because if you come into a game like this, I think, sure, you can probably make profit on like buying the land and then reselling the land. I think that's, we see it happen all the time. In fact, we'll take a look at the market in a second after this. But when you buy these things as someone in a first in a first world high GDP country, you have to realize that you're the major consumer in that particular market. When you have people come in to play for free, you're kind of diluting your potential earnings whenever you have all these free players come in. It's one of the reasons why I'm not a huge supporter of only purely play to earn models, because I know that the top consumers are people like me, Americans, and the people who actually kind of benefit the most are actually people in lower GDP countries. And that's fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I just think you need to know what you're getting into if you're coming into games like this for profit. The same thing with Alien Worlds. Lots of people can make profit off of Alien Worlds, but the people who actually win out the most are people who might live in a very small village, where they don't, where the GDP is much lower, and when they get to partake in these games, it's kind of like, Americans like me are like tourists who come into the game and like, hey, yeah, we'll buy some of your things. We see a lot of people actually on the Wax platform who are participating and saying that they're making a lot of money now, way more than is normal for, their country or their particular, class or whatever, because of these digital assets, because they've been able to get involved with them, and that's great for them. But for me, I personally am, if I had gotten that piece of land, I would have probably kept it or resold it. I think, I'm just probably not going to get involved with this unless they allow you to buy land on Wax again. Otherwise, it's just a little too risky for me, too many unknowns. I don't want to buy a bunch of that PGL and then sell my land at a profit just to then notice that the PGL market now has beaten me to the punch. There's been a big sell-off, and people have taken their profits on PGL, and I missed the boat. I don't want any of that stuff to happen. And I think it's important to remember that there was another free-to-play game somewhat like this, which is Alien Worlds. So even though I don't like the current UI and things for prospectors, if they learn from their lessons and if they relaunch this new land with a new system that is similar to Alien Worlds, and then it also gets listed on a major, exchange, this could blow up just like the same way that Alien Worlds did. It really could. And so when you have these prices at, $322 right now, each of the Alien Worlds lands are now worth almost $5,000. I think at their peak they were worth, people were buying them for almost $14,000 each. They were even at $8,000 for a while. So anything could really happen here. All right, so you may not know, Blockchain Kingdoms, we have our own land sale coming towards the end of this year for our 5 versus 5 arena. We're now about 4 months into development of our 5 versus 5 arena, so we're really super excited for that land sale. We also have our Metasource cards. We only have 1 mint of each of these cards. Only 20 of them are released a week. They will earn you tokens. They're a DeFi card platform. They will earn you tokens. They will drop you Crypto Castle NFTs every single day. We are putting them on Wax, so our cards are coming onto the Wax platform in just a couple of weeks. So we're going to be giving away about $10,000 worth of our cards closer to our Wax release. Thank you so much for joining me. Remember to like and subscribe, join our Discord at the link at the bottom of this video, shop.blockchainkingdoms.com, and I will see you in the next video.